Hello, and welcome back to Super Metroid Oxide. Last time we left off, we explored the wrecked ship, and defeated Phantoon, and found the gravity suit and ice beam. Now, let's head back down into Meridia, and see where the other paths take us. Back down the Meridian tube, and out we go. Fill up my health real quick. Pull up my missiles just for shits and giggles because we don't really need them. Killing these is actually good because we can fill up that reserve tank. We finally fill up that reserve tank we got on the wrecked ship. As you can see this time, navigation is much easier now that we have the gravity suit, but that's kind of a given considering we're underwater. This hack does make it interesting though by getting you the gravity suit first. If I remember correctly, gravity suit actually, it gives you the ability to be more mobile in water, but it actually gives you less damage protection. It only gives you 25% as opposed to 50 given you by Varia, if I remember correctly. So, in this case, it's giving you weaker protection but better mobility, and then we'll get the Varia suit later. Funnily enough, that which looks like exactly like a hidden secret is not. Oh, here's another reserve tank. Now we head left. Now we are in a new area, the toxic tank. This area is almost entirely made up of the tiles from Dragon's room. I just find it rather cool, actually. Looks good. Save in here real quick. I remember this is the save room. It's also got some of the better music from the game. I always thought it's the Statue Rooms theme. Right in here, if you listen to it. No, I always thought it fits for an area that's filled with dark, like a dark and dreary feel. Well, it's actually not that dreary. It's actually rather exciting because it's new and interesting. I always love this trick. Anything that is a creature that would have been normally known to be in Meridia will instantly die from being touched by the grapple beam, which makes sense because it's made out of electricity. I also like the background. It's repeated almost incessantly in here, but it still looks very nice. I got the gravity suit specifically for a certain part of here. That's why I felt I needed to get the gravity suit before coming to the toxic tank. That and the fact that there's no real point to go back to that area anyways. We have everything we need to explore all of the wrecked ships, so why not just go there first? Now here's an obvious item, or, well, it seems like it would be, but it's actually not. I'm thinking of a different area in a different room. I think that this music would also fit as a good theme for a Chozo area because it's very dark and mysterious, much like the Chozo actually are if you think about it. Chozo aren't normally seen as people on the light side, but they've obviously got some pretty strong potential to be bad, considering that the amount of weapons that they can give Samus. Now here is an odd room, or it seems to be pretty odd. But actually, it's not too odd when you look once you get past a certain part. Because guess what? Yeah, he shows up. To give you a heart attack. Then you gotta run. What's funny is this actually has nothing to do with anything because the hack has almost no story. No idea why the escape music's playing. Or well, it seems like I shouldn't. This will shut up my health alarm. Now here's one of those mysterious directions that actually leads to an item. I believe it's this next room. Yep. This is why I want the gravity suit, in case I fall down here. Because that's flooding. That room has to do with the actual escape sequence much later in the game. As you can see, he's hidden the blocks for jumping over this well. They blended with the background, so it's hard to see them a lot. You can also, for some reason, still hear the big Metroid sounds. And we're done with the escape mode. Yep, Spore Spawn has mother brains with I always love Mother Brain's theme. It exhibits pretty much the true feeling of terror inside of a piece of music. Our Spore Spawn sounds actually fear-inspiring. Because look at how little damage. I could stand here the entire time and he wouldn't do more than 3 damage. Okay. And he's already dead. 4 super uses, I believe that was. And now we're back to mysterious music. We don't need to go up that way because it's actually just the same thing. That's just ultimately up. I wonder why the space pirates have invaded the toxic tank. What do they plan to do here? Are they gonna use the acid as a new bioweapon or something? I have no idea what I'm even just saying. I'm just talking out my ass. Right there is an obviously hidden item. Another energy tank. Energy tanks are always nice. Fall down into a short shaft. Now we are in an area that makes use of the sandy / desert part of the Turian tile set, which still actually fits rather well with the Dragon's Room tile set that was used for the rest of the Toxic Tank. And which, once again, has my favorite song from the Super Metroid soundtrack playing. Red Brinstar. First things first, we're going to head left to get to another power over here. Still takes forever to kill this, so after I kill this one, I'm just going to use missiles on the other two that I know are down there. Ow. Yes, this song gets stuck in my head for hours and hours on end. It's just so amazingly good. Yep, now we have the Spazer. I literally like that song so much I will go into the other room here just to make sure that the Red Brinstar music comes back. It's got possibly the simplest beat of any of the Metroid songs. Just doon 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 doon. But it just works so well. It inspires a great feel of being alone, while at the same time being calming and tension-inducing. It's pretty dang hard to get calm and tense at the same time. If you haven't noticed by now, the parts of the pipe things that are just like the normal metal are the parts you can go through. The parts that have the odd metal with the lines through it are the parts you can't go through. A lot of times you'll notice me in areas in the pack that have Red Brinstar. I'll talk a lot less during a Let's Play because I'll just be enjoying the music to myself. It's just kind of the way I am. If you don't like that, deal with it. Or don't watch it. I'll act how I act, and that's how I act, because I'm not Popeye Sailor Man. Yeah, my frame rate likes to drop on me. Had to catch up for a sec. Here we go. Here we go. Now that door's open. Little super missile right here. Head right here and we'll just get to a save station if I remember correctly. Yep. All you gotta do in this area is just keep on killing and moving forward. Your beam is more than enough to take care of anything in this area. Yeah, a couple parts of this area use fireflies to illuminate the room. We'll be coming back here later to try and get that power bomb door. If I remember it, of course. Now if I can stop running into those things, that'd be very helpful. Now, a little trick I have is actually, if I don't want to destroy the fireflies, is I will freeze them where they are. because they would take another hit to kill, and that way I can't kill them by walking into them. Now this little build up here, I think it's supposed to be acting like it's that one part of Turian right before you actually do fight the giant Metroid, because there's the mini side hopper instead of the blue side hoppers. Mini and normal side hoppers. Then right here, you see there's a little morph ball passage. That'll lead down to a boss area that I'm going to head to in a second. Just fill all the stuff up. Let's get on our way. I'm not sure how. I believe it's just an FX1, the mist. But it's still interesting. Still works well. And here we have actually a very good retiling of Kraid's area. Kraid's room. If you can't tell that's Kraid, then you're dumb. Oh, this is also one of the funniest parts of the hack. People call it Barf Kraid, because the sounds he makes when you both hit and kill him. That brrr when he opens his mouth. And then and that noise. It makes me laugh every time. It's just really funny. The sounds he makes when he gets hit. And here we get our Varia, finally. Now we have 75% damage protection. Which actually changes nothing about the suit because I've already got the gravity palette on. This is also a very good song from Super Metroid. Especially with that humming in the background, that mechanical humming. It creates a very good sense of mystery. And it can be very creepy when used in the right places. Super Metroid soundtrack is just generally good. I can't think of a single song from it that I didn't like. If I had to pick one that I liked the least, I would say Eastern/Rocky Meridia. Not Rocky, I mean Sandy. I love Rocky Meridia. That's my second favorite song from the game after this. As I'm sure I've already told you thousands of times in different Let's Plays. I'm just gonna dodge them for the most part. If I could stop running right into the fire, please. Right there is obviously something else, otherwise it would blend in. Let's try that missile. Maybe it's something that's actually rarely seen in Super Metroid hacks anymore. Because it can break them too easily. It just shows you where everything is. But the Cyclone Man doesn't mind that because he's cool. Yes, my top 3 favorite songs from Super Metroid though would have to be Red Brinstar, Rocky Meridia, Item Collection theme. Not Item Collection, Item Room theme. Funnily enough, all showcased in this hack in the early areas. Then I would say the statue room theme that plays in the other part of the toxic tank. And last but not least, it would be, and my number 5 would have to be Upper Warfare. All the tense, brooding tracks from the soundtrack. Well, I'm going to go to that save station I went to earlier, and that's where we're going to end it for today. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.